quiet, if it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings versus Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Now here's Johnson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
3-yard line.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
3-yard gain on the play.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
It's a pickup of
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fights through it. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
At their own 28.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 13 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On second down, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for Johnson. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And the 11.
Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Vikings, nothing.
A bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25.
Adrian Amos.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
From the gun, it's Tua. Open here, Adam Thielen. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
That's good for Minnesota Vikings.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm living Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, Cook. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Intercepted by the Packers.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Pass the he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That one good for 14 yards, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Packers 3.
Back to Dillon on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42.
17 yards. First down, Green
From
Bay.
the gun, it's Rodgers. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Josiah DeGuara. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7. At the
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams.
Rodgers pass.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First down.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger, there. And now it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Rodgers to throw for it on 4. The quick slant caught. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either.
24-yard line. 1-yard gain.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Rodgers, the former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
To Devontae Adams.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he fires one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And this one too low. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely give these guys something to cheer about. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
Tagovailoa's pass.
Tua going to try and go quickly here. Tua to throw again. He's going to get this one down to Cook. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Tagovailoa. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Tagovailoa's pass complete.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Matthew Stafford has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 32-28, the final score. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Baker Mayfield leading the way in the victory.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Dan Bailey to kick off.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Packers now to take over. You think back to last week, they dropped that game to the Detroit Lions. Now they're trying to make amends here as they've got the football and the lead. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll throw from the gun. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr.
Rodgers.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Green Bay.
On first down, Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Dillon, the ball carrier. He's taken down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Rodgers now on first down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and this belongs to the Vikings. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
To Adam Thielen. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Short throw to Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
To Irv Smith Jr. It's a gain of 3.
On third down, Cook.
And 2.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Tua. That'll be complete to Cook. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Tua. Short throw to Smith. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now it's Dillon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Green Bay.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers leaves to Dillon on the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And a Packer 1st down.
On 1st down, Dillon. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 12. 1st down, Packers.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams.
Rodgers
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
It's a loss of 2 yards.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
8-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Vikings 10.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Intercepted for the third time. Kevin King with a pick.
Intercepted by the Packers.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tua Tagovailoa and the offense heading back out. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ball carrier, Ryan Connolly on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Dillon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Harrison Smith on the tackle.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A.J. Dillon, the ball carrier.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
3-yard pickup.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. Today's final.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football.